All right, so here we go. This is going to be my exercise, my beginner's balance training exercise program, and I got my client here, Mariah Anderson. She's going to be assisting me with this workout plan. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually try to hit different areas of the body doing a little bit of balance training, so that way when you get older, or if there's any kinds of hip issues, like some uh, like motion, some dynamic motion, as well as even holding positions for a while. We're trying to build a little bit of exercises. So what I have listed today is the first one is we're going to do, and all right, this is me explaining it to you here. So we're going to actually do the first one is going to be slow march in place, where you're going to alternating with arms and leg. You're going to be lifting. So you're going to lift your leg up. You don't have to go extremely high, because this is essentially meant for just kind of get that endurance in there and warm up as well. So we're going to do this for 30 seconds, where you're going to raise one arm as you go, alternating, and just like you're reaching for something and marching in place. And we're going to try to do it a little bit slow and controlled. You don't necessarily need to go 100%. The next is going to be a 45-degree squat. And what's going to happen is you're going to either cross your arms, or you're going to keep your arms straight out. It's really just how you feel more comfortable. And what you're going to do is you're going to keep your head straight, keep that posture, your back straight. And when you bend, you're going to bend at the knees, and then you're going to protrude or stick your booty out, and it'll be essentially just sitting here for 8. And we're going to do this for 20 seconds. After that, we're going to move on to the actual lateral leg raises. So we have this chair here because actually Mariah's suffering from a little bit of a hip issue. It's a little bit sore, a little bit achy. So this is going to kind of provide a little bit of sturdiness. So we're going to see how you feel about it. If you feel like you can do this one where you're just going to raise it, just as far as you can go without feeling like you need to lean all the way over just to come back. And you're going to keep that leg raised, not put any pressure on it. And you're going to do 10 of those on, and we're going to actually start from left to right. So, and then alternate. I understand that this is right from left, but we'll start from left to right, and I'll mention it. And then after that, we're going to go to one leg rotations. So standing, and this is where the chair is going to come in handy because your hips been bugging you. You can either step to the side, so this way you don't worry about your knee hitting, and then you're just going to rotate it out. And if you can, try rotating all the way up, but don't do it too extreme. And also, I know that hip is hurting, so the idea is that you can go kind of reduce the motion of it, just as long as you can feel a little bit of strain in it, but not too much. Don't go excessive to where it hurts. And you'll alternate to the other side. We will be going to left to right. I understand. I did right to left again. So after that, we're going to move on to the shoulder. We're going to do some shoulder pulses. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your hands out and up, and you're going to just do this and just pulse back and forth. And we're going to do this for 30 seconds. And the idea is just keep that tension in there and to flex, and just kind of try to keep your eye focus here, and we'll do some of those. Then after that, we're going to move to some chops, some dumbbell chops. So I'll hand you this, and you'll just take this, and you'll go about shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit more, but keep the knees a little slightly bent, and you're going to come from your hip, and you're going to come up, the chopping action. And you can either slightly pivot that, or you just can tippy toe and to get that reach. And it's just going to be a full motion. It's going to go straight out up. Just remember, try to keep looking where you're going to chop, so that way it keeps your whole posture and everything in there. And do not try to lock the legs, because as we're going, we don't want it to. Then after you do that, you're going to rotate to the other side. And we're going to do 10 of those. All right. So, you ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I'm ready too. So, now that we got the explanations, I go ahead and turn on my timer. If you have any concerns whatsoever, and I will be here to kind of make sure that you don't fall over. Do my best to catch you. Let's see. All right. So, at any time, go ahead and start marching in place. And we're going to start with, just go ahead and raise it. Opposite arm. Like, there you go. Perfect. That looks great. How's that feeling? Feel okay?
Pretty good. A little bit sore on the hip.
Yeah. And like I said, if you need to bring that just a little bit lower, the right leg, it's fine as well. All right, let's go ahead and alternate. Let's go ahead and swap to the 45-degree squat, the sit. So when just keep it straight there. So just look straight ahead so you don't look up or down, and so you keep your posture. And that actually looks really good. In the future, we'll probably have you put your feet straight, just so that way. So let's keep the posture. Everything in line.
Okay.
Okay, let's go ahead and move to the next. How's that feel? Do you feel it a little?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I like to hear. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and move to the lateral leg lift. So you're just going to bring it to where it feels comfortable. Because I do understand that that one hurts, so you don't want to throw it and just control it. What's that? Oh, that's fine. We'll go right to left because it seems natural. Yes.
Okay.
That. We want to keep you guessing, but for now we'll get used to that. Right to left. And I did it right to left, so naturally. How many have you done? You've done. Let's go ahead and do 3 more. There you go. Go ahead and alternate. We'll get you here. Three more. Good. All right. And this is where you're going to do the hip one. If you'd like, you can turn to the side, or you can keep facing it till you have both hands. But it's really up to you. So we're going to do 10 of these. So yeah, just like that. How's it feel? Is it okay?
Yeah.
We'll go 3. I gotta get better at the the counting. The counting is a little bit difficult at when you're trying to make sure everything's going well. But I'll get there. Okay, 3 more. Okay, good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do the pulsing. So you're going to get there. Just make sure you keep a wide balance. Keep the knees a tad bit bent so that way you're not walking them. Just kind of pulse up and down like this, and just make sure to feel the tension across the arms and try to focus on this one part so you don't accidentally fall over. I know this doesn't really affect you that much, but it does for me. So we'll do it for 30 seconds. Okay, go ahead and start. Go ahead and try to make it a little wider now. And you were doing great before. I just wanted to kind of get a little bit more range of motion in there. All right. 4, 3, 2. Okay, you're good. All right. So the next and the final one is actually going to be just the chops, the dumbbell chops. So we're doing it with essentially 7.5 pounds. So we're going to kind of start up light. Well, it's 5 pounds plus the bar. So. All right. So let's go ahead and do this. So go ahead. You're just going to go shoulder stance. Make sure the knees are bent. And you're going to bring that down by the hip, straight up, and then over. And then if you want, you can twist so you can get a little bit more range of motion in there. That'll help with strengthening the core as well. You're going to rotate and try not to straight leg it. Make sure the leg is bent. So, got 7 more. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more. 6, 7. Okay, great. Now go ahead and swap. Alternate to the other side. 1, 2. Oh, yeah, that's perfect. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more. All right. Okay, we'll go ahead and call it from there. Let's go ahead and pop that down. So, how does it build? Can you feel it like any type of rotation? Because a lot of these are supposed to be also to strengthen like the balance and your hip, your motion, your dynamic motion, as well as some of the static. Because you sit for a long time and then you got to come back.
Yeah, I could feel all of them.
Nice. That's what I like.
Maybe we sweat a little bit.
Yeah, and so the exercise is actually 3 sets of that, and it's going to be about a minute rest time in between. So you do it all that, then you either can, as you progress, there wouldn't be any rest time in between. Because the idea would be to work different muscle groups and then do the return to the start. Because you're spending that time working other areas, you're not really working the same areas. So that's what the idea is. But other than that, thank you for your help, and you look great doing it. Even though I know the hip was a little sore, you did everything that needed to be done to actually accomplish it. So, thank you.